Welcome, young and old. The Yo Tech Tree is here. Tomorrow, anyway. Today is Monday. Tomorrow is Tuesday. We'll definitely be streaming the introduction of the Yo Heavies. Maybe. I don't think I have enough free XP on the T1 Heavy, which leads to him. And I would watch this, but I did already. And it was so incredibly boring it hurt. So instead we're going to go through the tanks myself, because Wargaming is awful at their jobs. Well, they need somebody who can actually do videos, but they don't. So they're going to introduce, starting from Tier 5, after the T1 Heavy anyway. So starting at Tier 6, the Pawlack, the M2Y, the M3Y, the M6Y, and the M5Y. And these do not have the track mechanic that the YOH Tanks have on PC, unfortunately. Instead, what they've done is simply just give them more hit points to their tracks, and they repair 30% faster, which is very quick, so like in 4 seconds. So the Pawlack, starting at Tier 6, is basically like the EZ8, just with a little bit more armor, and a bigger gun. 160 standard pen, 205 premium APCR pen with 240 alpha. Your DPM is abysmal though, 1600. I mean, that's pretty normal for a Tier 6 heavy tank, but I mean, since I just compared it to the EZ8, that's abysmal. But you do have 17.5 horsepower per ton and a similar top speed to the EZ8. So there's where they are similar, but only 9. Nope, that's the reload time. It's still the same, 9 degrees of gun depression rather than 12. Moving on to the M2Y, the Tier 7. Oh, also to the experience you're going to need. This says 68,500 from the T1 Heavy. That's a lot of experience. But then when you go down here, it's less. So we'll see if maybe that's a typo. But the Tier 7, these are fully upgraded, by the way. The Tier 7, now you're sitting at 10 degrees of gun depression. You have the same alpha damage. 202 standard pen, 242 premium APCR pen, which is nice. Your hit points is 1180, which is kind of low for a heavy tank at Tier 7. I mean, your ISs and your Tigers and your T29s, they all have more health than that. Your DPM doesn't go up. It's about the same. So keep that in mind as well. But your powder weight goes down, your top speed goes down. Then moving on to Tier 8. Let's take a look here. It's got a 105, 215 pen, 252 premium APCR pen, which is very nice to have premium rounds. 40, goes 40, 15 horsepower per ton. So it's just a touch more maneuverable, but it goes the same speed. And now you're finally having a bit more DPM at 2,100. Then the Tier 9, you're going to have 2 choices of guns. We're not going to get to see the secondary gun here, but the secondary gun has 360 alpha damage, so just remember that. But this primary gun that they suggest has 253 standard pen, 310 premium heat pen, 420 alpha damage, and you're sitting at almost 2,500 DPM. Your tank now, it's still 40, but it's got almost 17 horsepower per ton. So again, you're picking up that speed, 10 degrees of gun depression, and now the turret is really weird and pretty good, but you've got 2 big cupolas on top. Tier 10, though, that's the magic one. This one's got 12 degrees of gun depression, which is insane for a Tier 10 heavy tank. Where's that number? There it is, 12 degrees of gun depression. It goes 40. It's got 18.5 horsepower per ton, which is also insane. 2,200 hit points, which is standard. 440 alpha, 258 pen, and you also have a 360 gun you can use, which bumps this DPM up from the 2,490 to probably a bit higher. But the gun handling is also a lot better on that 360 alpha gun, which we don't really get to see, unfortunately, in the stats here, and I wish we could. So yeah, the YOH Tanks, and then there's also a premium YOH coming out. Here it is. Let's take a quick gander at the stats. It has 360 alpha damage. Of course, it has more alpha damage than the Tech Tree version. 2,000 DPM, just about. APCR is its premium with 250 pen, 220 on its standard. It goes 45, 18 horsepower per 10. So, of course, it's also faster. And it has, let's see, the gun depression, 10 degrees of gun depression. So, it's just a better version of the Tech Tree, it looks like. Yeah, it's just better. Which you can buy for a lot of money. If you buy it base, it's actually not too much for a Tier 8 premium heavy. 8,850. And lastly, Tankfest. There's a game board going on, which isn't much of a game board. It's just, you know, grind points and get tanks. If you top detector 3 times, you get 1 board stamp. Destroy enemies over 250 meters, 1 game board. Play platoon battles, 1 game board stamp. Earn 6,000 base XP, game board stamp. Damage 20 enemies you spot yourself, not spotted by teammates, so you have to be close enough to shoot. 1 game board. Sniper medal, 1 game board. Damage equal to your health, 1 game board. 3,000 spot assist damage, 1 game board piece. I mean, so it's just all these things. And you get these pieces. And then when you fill it up, once you fill it completely up, you get yourself a King Tiger if you don't have one already. If you do, then you'll get the credits. You also get this Tankfest black camo once you fill 4 rows, and a commander as well. Do they show a picture of the game board? They don't. They don't. We'll figure it out once we see it, though. And that is the news. That's all coming out tomorrow, Tuesday. I will be streaming this update. I'm probably playing the T1 Heavy, unfortunately, because I don't think I have enough experience on it to just outright get myself a YOH tank. But that's the news. Brief right through it. None of this dwelling on anything or taking my time. Nope. I want you to know what's going on, and there's what's going on. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, slap that like button, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all later. Make sure you stay tuned for 2, hopefully more videos today. Peace out, everyone.